Hi, I'm Michelle Ward, and today we're going to be making these spooky gravestones, including the part where I struggle with transfer tape. Let's get started. Okay, so this is the headstone that I'm working on. This will be the base for the headstone. This is the headstone itself. It's going to be, this will be the front, and this will fold around back, and then the bottoms will go in there, which you can't see very well right now, but let's just get started and I'll show you, you'll see how it's going to be. Okay, so first I'm going to fold all the tabs down. Not the tabs, I'm just going to fold along the score lines of the walls first. I'm calling them walls, sides, whatever you want to call them. Okay, now I'm going to do the tabs. Tabs are a little harder for my fingers today because, you know, big thick fingers and little 1/4-inch tabs. And today's one of those days when, you know, you ever have those days or you just feel like you need to make something constructive. Okay, so this is going to fold up like that, and I actually folded these tabs down. Should fold them out because they're going to go just for this bottom part, because they're going to go inside the headstone and glue to the inside of the headstone so that it fits in there like that. I'm going to go in there. In fact, as soon as I glue this up, I'm going to put them in there. So let's see, what do I want to glue first? Okay, I think I'll glue these sides first. Is there glue in here? There is. Okay. So just want to make sure you get it pretty squared off there. And got this side. There. I'm gonna put some more glue in my glue gun. Just put a pretty good bead along the side there. And kind of square it up. And now close off this side. There we go. So the words on the headstone will just go right there. And you'll have strings of glue. If you use hot glue, you will have strings of glue. Because that's just the nature of hot glue. Okay. If I can pick this up, I'm going to go ahead and fold it. Just so when I'm working with it, I know where the folds are. I like to know where the folds are because I like to know that I'm not putting glue in the score line, because, well, you know, it'll make it stiff and you won't be able to fold it. Okay, so now fold those so that they're straight and they go in. There, like that. I'm going to go around the other side. Fold these out, and I'm just going to glue them. Just going to glue them down like that. And we'll see if I can do it on camera. I think this side's going to be the easiest to do first. Just glue that down there. And glue that side down. And that should be pretty simple. Just glue the remaining 2 tabs down. Like so. There we have that. So now, like I said, getting the strings out again. Look like cobwebs, it'll all be good. Okay, so all I'm gonna do now is fold the top around, and I'm gonna glue, sorry, not the top, the bottom around. I'm gonna glue the bottom tab to the inside of this side. Turn around that way so you can see. Okay, it's going to be easier for you if you fold these side tabs out, because see, I just glued it. I just warped it because I put it in without putting my finger in. So you can see I didn't get that to line up with the side. I'm gonna rip this out. I made the mistake so that you don't have to. So you're welcome. Let's try that one more time. Glue this. I'm going to put my finger in here and make sure that I'm lining up the sides and that I'm lining up here as well, so that it's not warped to one side. I don't know if you can see all the strings. I'll stop complaining about strings now. Okay, so what I'm going to do for each side is I'm going to fold these tabs down. And I'm going to put glue on, and I'll just fold this flap over. That way it's closed and you can't see the bottom seam. So I'm just going to do these all at once. Just going to fold them over. Now I'll do the other side. There you go. So you have your headstone. Voila! This is the 4" by 2" gravestone, and this is the base piece, and this is the upright piece that will go like that. So I'm going to start by folding all of these along the score lines. And this base piece, I'm actually going to put it together last because I'm going to put this together first, and these 3 tabs at the bottom, and this one that will wrap around, I'm going to feed through the top of this hole and glue them into this hole so that it sticks out of the top of the gravestone. But it's much easier to glue them in place if you have this open than if you close this off and try to get good seal with your glue. It's really hard. So I'm going to put this aside for the moment and fold the upright piece. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and decorate, at least put the words on the upright piece first, because once it's closed up, you kind of to push the words onto to get a good seal with them. You have to kind of collapse the box, which is not ideal. So actually these at the bottom are going to, you're going to fold them out because they're the ones that are going into the inside of the base. That's what it's called, base. So I'm going to fold those out. Okay, so this is the bottom, and this will be the top. So I'm going to put my words, I'm going to put the name that I put on it this way. And the name that I picked for this one is Manny Festation. And I've got these little ghosts because it's manifestation. So I have these little ghosts that I'm going to glue around on the gravestone. This is the second time ever that I've worked with not only cutting vinyl, but also with transfer tape. And I cut in vinyl because sometimes with smaller cuts like you get in text, you get a much cleaner cut, and it's much easier for your machine to do it in vinyl than in paper. Okay, so we'll see how this works. When I was doing it the first time, I don't know if you saw that video, but if you did, you would see, I hate getting things like this started. Okay. So I got that off. This piece of transfer tape that I cut is about 2 by 4. So I'm just gonna try and get this kind of in the middle and straight. I did not do a very good job on that. I think I wasn't supposed to do that. But oh well. Huh. It is not pulling off the vinyl very well. I'm cutting in to tell you that I was actually doing this right. What I learned about transfer tape afterward is that you need to use a stronger tack with textured vinyl, like the glitter vinyl I was using here. That's why the letters weren't sticking to the transfer tape. I'm not sure that it would have been a good idea in this case to use stronger tack anyway, because it probably would have torn the paper when I removed it. So I would suggest using regular vinyl for your gravestone project. I ended up foregoing the tape altogether and putting the letters directly on the gravestone. I had a lot of trouble getting the vinyl to let go of my fingers, but I did eventually get it to work. And on a side note, I really want to leave the sound on when I speed up video because it makes me sound like Cousin It from the Addams Family movie. But I'm not going to. You're welcome. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to put eyes on the ghosts. Today for this, I'm using this Scotch dual tip clear glue, which I haven't used before, but I've heard it's good. Can't tell if that's a bubble or glue. A little of both. A little of both. The big eyes are for the big one. There's the little one. With the little ones, I'm using textured paper, and with the little ones, it's hard to see which side is the actual textured side. Getting bubbles with this glue. And that is a lot of glue that I put on there. So I'm actually gonna wipe a little bit of that off. And, you know, make a general mess. Okay. So that's going to end up being shiny, but I'm okay with that. Okay. Now, for the eyes of number 2. So they stick to the pick-me-up better, and they stick to the actual ghost. Okay. There's the medium-sized ghost. Ooh. And lastly, we have this bigger ghost. Could honestly do without the big bubbles. Okay, so my suggestion for the ghosts now is to put glue on the back of the eyes, wipe some of it off of the back, and then put it down to keep the glue from spreading out too much from under the eyes. All right. Now to assemble the gravestone. It's the same as the 2 by 4 inch one, so I'll speed through. Okay, so there you go. And I put more on the sides, more room on the sides, so you could put little flowers. You could even put like a ghost on the side. I didn't make one for this. I was thinking I would have this one coming up from the back and these two coming off the sides. But you could fold one and glue it, fold the side of one. Yeah, you can fold the side of one and glue it to the side there or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna glue this guy to the back, like he's coming up out of the back. And these guys are coming out of the front. That way. Yeah, I want that guy going this way. That guy right there. And there you have it, the Manny Festation gravestone. Thank you for joining me today to make these spooky gravestones. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe.